Alright, so going off of our last episode, I'm going to show you guys how to make a particle now. So for this series, I want to be recreating the Gen 1 particle effects that were made by Valve. And they mostly show you the ins and outs of making an effect with their effects. So for this episode in particular, we're going to be recreating purple energy. So you want to go over and click create. So you want to make a name for your particle system. I'm going to name mine, I don't know, purple underscore energy 1. There you go. So now you've made a particle, but so you can see our 3D thing over here, nothing showing up because we haven't made anything. Our engine viewport is where we'll be looking at our particle in-game. And this little thing over here is where we actually make our particle. So for purple energy in particular, you want to go over to material right here and click these 3 little dots. I don't know why this is so small, but there we go. So for purple energy, it uses, I'm pretty sure, a soft glow for the base and stuff like that. So we're going to want to search up soft glow and make sure all mods up here is in the mod filter and make sure VMT files is selected. So now you want to find a soft glow that looks decent and it's not too bright, not too, dim. So I want to go with this just sc underscore softglow.vmt here. So now we have our material selected. So now we can go over to the renderer here and then right click and then click add. Then click render animated sprites. Now you don't have to do anything here yet unless you're using an animated sprite, which we'll get into probably next episode. Next, you want to go to operator, and here's where the fun pretty much really starts. You want to go and do the same thing, click add. So there's different ways of making a particle spawn in and then make it fade out. But for purple energy, I'm pretty sure it's just a come in, like really quick fade in, and then it fades out. So I want to do alpha fade in random and alpha fade out random. And then I want to follow that up by using movement basic. Just keep this stock for now. Then you want to add, well, there's different movements. So you can move one to, let's say, the body, or you can move it to the head. I want mine, though, since we're making purple energy, to lock to our control point, which is the bip underscore, I'm pretty sure, hat. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's our control point. So we want that to lock on there. So that basically means if we move, then the particle isn't just going to stay in one place. You want to click add again, and now you want to click radius scale. These are basically just for purple energy now, since you want it to spawn in at a certain time, a certain radius, and then you want it to end at a smaller radius for our purple energy. You want to click add again, and actually, I believe that is all we need for now. So just keep this all, like I said, stock for now. Now you want to go to initializer. Now you want to click add, and then following this, alpha random, color random, lifetime random, position within sphere random, position modify offset random, and I'm pretty sure that's all we'll need for now. So alpha random is basically, I want to say, it's how the sprite looks. So if you want a cloud effect per se, you don't want a bunch of sprites spawning on top of each other making a big jumbled mess. So what you want to do is lower the alpha and all the clouds will look like they're actually clouds and not just a bunch of sprites toppled on top of each other. Color is, of course, the color of our effect. So you might see a color in the Properties tab. I'm not sure what this does, but it does not color the sprite. So just keep that in mind. Lifetime random is how long your effect lasts. So let's say you want it to last for 1 second. You would just type right here 1. But we're not going to do that yet because, we need to see what our particle looks like. Our position within sphere is, let's say you have a sphere and then you want it, I don't know, whatever radius you want. So you want to have this radius and then have sprites going all around in this sphere. It's a really cool little thing, but we're not going to be using it for now. Our position modify offset is how tall, or not how tall, where our effect is on a Y axis. So if you want it like really above the player's head, you want it probably like, I don't know, not even that, like 10. It would be way above their head, but for now we're not going to do that. And now we get to actually emit this particle. So you want to go to your emitter tab here. You want to click add, and then so emit noise, I'm not too sure what this does. I probably did at one point and then just forgot. Emit continuously means it constantly emits this particle, so you won't just have like one particle just go up and that's it, that's the effect. And then instantaneously is just what I just talked about, where it just happens once and then never happens again. So for purple energy, we want emit continuously, so click that. And now we'll see our effects going a little crazy here. So that's because our lifetime random here, see, it spawned 1,000 times and then stopped. So our lifetime random is 0, so that means it's going to go in and out all the time. So what we want to do is put our lifetime minimum, which is right here, at let's put it at 1. Then our max, just put it at 1. Just basic here. Now our sprite over here is going, it's crazy because it doesn't have a fade out, or the fade out isn't working. Also, it's emitting too much. So the emission rate by default will be 100. You don't want that because your effect will just be looking like a blaring mess. So you want to probably put this at around 10, maybe. Yeah, here you go. See, it goes much, much slower now. So if we want to make purple energy, or make the little orb thing go up, we're going to want movement basic. Movement basic is where our particle moves up. So the third 0 here is, I believe, up. So if we wanted it to go up, we'll do 4. And you can see it going up a little bit. But I want to do, just to show you guys, 20. Just to see how, there you go. So that is without the radius scale, so it's going to look a little goofy. But, so that's looking decent. I'm going to put it at 25. Let's just say 25 here. So now we have, the basis of purple energy here, and we want to go to radius scale to make it look a little more like purple energy. So for radius start scale, you want that to be low. Well, depends on what you want, but for the sake of this, I'm going to put it at 1.5 just to make it bigger at the start and make it end. So yeah, see, now it looks a little better. We want radius end scale, we want to put that at 0. Well, now it just looks odd, so 0.5 should do it. It looks a little better, heck. So there we go. Might want to move that. Like I said, you gotta tweak it. You definitely gotta tweak this around, see what fits, see what doesn't. I'm a little rusty on here, so I'll take this. I think this will look pretty good. There we go. Like I said, you gotta tweak it. So now we want to color this thing, and well, actually, still going up. So here, fade in, fade out. Maybe forgot to add something. Ah, there it is. I think it's lifespan decay. There we go. So lifespan decay basically makes our particle go out without making the particle count go above our render. Right? Is it render? No, emitter. Emitter stuff. Sorry guys, I'm brain fart here. Emission rate. So it doesn't make it go up the emission rate. So there you go. That's lifespan decay. So now we have the basis of purple energy here. But now what we want to do is actually color it so it, looks purple. The whole point. So I want to go to color here, color random. So there's two colors, which basically means the colors can alternate between, like, let's say, let's pick a random color here, red. So now it's alternating between red and white, but we don't want that for our purple energy. So let's pick a color somewhat alright, like a pinkish. Also, I forgot to notice this select color thing, sometimes it won't like change. I don't know why, but yeah. Let's see, what do we want here? This thing up here will tell you. Alright, for now, we'll just stick with this color. So I'm going to copy this by selecting all of it, and then right-clicking and select copy. And then just paste it down here with Control V. And then there you go. So it looks like a really damp-looking pink. It looks really odd. So here's how you fix that. Alright, so you want to go to, I forget where this is, I believe it's in Operator, where it has Color Fade. Here you go. So Color Fade is what, the color fades to. So let's say you want a orange, I believe, is what purple energy falls to. So let's give that. Looks close enough to purple energy, right? So you can basically edit when it starts to fade. So I want to change that to 0.5. That way it has more purple in it, and then at the end it has an orange. So I think this particle is ready to go. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how to open TF2 itself, go into your console, and then go into a map and use item test. So you want to switch the mode by doing this. Press F10 and F11. Then you want to go to console, type in map, item test, and you want to click enter. This may take a few moments, so bear with me here. Here we are, here's item test, so I want to go on to red team, and let's just be a scout here. Alright, so to actually get bots to spawn, we want to go in here and type in item test and click enter. So here comes the item testing page, I guess you could say. So you want to click all classes, and whether you want red team or blue team to spawn. I want blue team to spawn. So then I want to go cosmetic and click add. Then scroll all the way down here until you see the unusual cap. Click that. And then you want to click this. And then for me, I'm going to click sunbeams. then click OK, and then click Apply Test Items. So now you'll see that there's sunbeams on the players' hats. There we go. So what I forgot to say was we need to replace sunbeams. So you want to go back in the editor, and you want to click Create, and you want to type super rare underscore beams 1, just like this. You want to click OK. Now you want to click Operator and go down to Children. I'll click that. I'll click Add. And then you're going to want to click purple underscore energy 1, which is our original particle here. And now you'll see on this screen here that sunbeams has gone missing. Click on or type item test again, and then click apply test items. And now, there we go. But our effect is a little small here, and I also want to raise this up. So I want to go back into my item test, or not item test, particle system. And I want to go operator, not operator, initializer, and I want to click the offset. So I want to raise this up a little bit. Maybe by 3. Maybe more. Like, let's say 5. Just go with a, number here, 5. And I also want to make this bigger because it was just barely coming out of the heads here. So I want to go back to operator. I want to go radius scale, and I want to click start scale. I want to start this up too. All right, so that looks a little odd. So I'm going to put this at 1. 145. There's that. You gotta tweak this thing to your own liking. Alright, I kind of like that. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it kind of resembles purple energy. So now you want to go back, go into console, and type in item test, and click apply test items. Now you can see our little effect that we made. Purple energy-ish. Of course, I'll never be as good as Valve whenever it comes to making particles here, but I consider this a pretty good win here. So, alright, this is our first particle, and if you followed this right, then congratulations, you have made your first particle for TF2. So, good job. So, in our next episode, I'm going to be recreating TF logo. So that means we're going to have a circling logo around the Mercs heads here. And yeah, have the good rest of your day. Thank you for watching.